Hi everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. And recently here in the UK, CeraVe launched their infamous hyaluronic acid serum, and of course I went over onto my Instagram and asked basically of my stories if you'd like me to review this product or not, and the jury was in. So many of you were like, hell yes baby. And so here in the palm of my hands we have the CeraVe Hyaluronic Acid Serum. We'll be decoding the ingredients, talking about the texture and the consistency, and really sort of discussing if it's actually just like any other hyaluronic acid serum out there, I know, or if it's actually worth buying. So first of all, CeraVe is a drugstore brand that specialises in creating products that include essential ceramides in their formulas. And these ceramides are called ceramide AP, ceramide NP and ceramide EOP. And these essential ceramides just help to keep the skin barrier strong and healthy. And basically ceramides are lipids that work by holding our skin cells together, basically acting as like a wall or a barrier to keep all of the nasties out from going into the deeper layers of the skin. And ceramides are super important to incorporate into your routine if you have dry, sensitive and irritated skin, but also if you have over exfoliated or included too many actives in your routine together, or even sort of, you know, being out in the sun without sun protection factor on. So they really are suited for everyone, and they just help maintain a strong and healthy skin barrier and allow our products to perform and work at their very best. And CeraVe, who are actually founded by dermatologists, kind of use this whole idea of ceramides rebuilding and strengthening the skin barrier to kind of just create this whole brand and this whole collection, and just really focus on dry skin and repairing the skin and sensitive skin. And they used a patent technology called multivascular emulsion technology, which is like this slow release technology that allows the ingredients just to really penetrate consistently throughout the day into your skin and just have maximum benefits. This enables consistent hydration and nourishment for the skin, which is just absolutely perfect for all skin types, especially the ones that are irritated and have a compromised skin barrier. So the multivascular emulsion technology, or MVE for short, is actually where the CeraVe name comes from. So if you combine ceramide to MVE, then you get the word CeraVe. And so when CeraVe launched this hyaluronic acid serum here in the UK, I was just kind of like not really that excited about it, because is it just going to be like a HA serum that I have already tried and have so many of in my collection? I bought it anyway. And actually this hyaluronic acid serum is the most expensive CeraVe product available here in the UK, priced at £17. And so that's quite a jump from their £10 to £12 price range. Obviously there is Boots and Superdrug that have CeraVe on offer pretty much 99.9% of the time, but the recommended retail price of this is £17. And so yeah, that definitely puts it into perspective what kind of ingredients are in this formulation to have a hyaluronic acid serum at such a high price point. Well, actually in respect it's not actually that high, but yeah, for a hyaluronic acid serum it is kind of high, especially when you have the likes of the Inculus hyaluronic acid serum, which is priced at £7.99 or £9.99, and you also have the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid serum, which I think is like £4.90. I don't even think it's £5. So yeah, it's definitely a lot more expensive than any other hyaluronic acid serum available in drugstore. So when you open the box, the product looks like this, which is kind of something that you've never seen here in the UK before from CeraVe. So it's in a pump dispenser bottle, which, you know, like the CeraVe products here in the UK are kind of like in a tube. So like, for instance, the PM moisturizer is like that, and also the AM moisturizer is like that as well. And you also have, I don't have it with me, but the tubs and the tubes of CeraVe moisturizing products. Oh, and also the cleansers in the pump style bottle. And so looking at the front of the product, it is marketed to be a hydrating hyaluronic acid serum with 3 essential ceramides and vitamin B5. So what's kind of like uncommon but not also common in CeraVe products is the vitamin B5, which is panthenol, and that is just a fantastic ingredient, especially in products like this, just to really increase the skin barrier repairing and strengthening properties, just to be really anti-inflammatory as well, so really great for your sensitive and your irritated skin. So yeah, a really good ingredient to add into this product. And of course it has those 3 essential ceramides in there, which is your staple ceramide NP, your ceramide EOP and your ceramide AP, and those are, you know, what CeraVe class as essential, just to help rebuild and strengthen the skin barrier. So what's also really interesting when looking at the back of the product on the ingredients list is that you have glycerin as your second ingredient after water. So glycerin is a fantastic humectant that's just really going to improve the hydration levels on the skin. It's going to make the skin really soft and supple, and, you know, be that sort of like temporary anti-aging ingredient, because it's just going to help plump and sort of like diminish the look of the fine lines and the wrinkles on the skin. So the third ingredient is an ingredient that I'm not going to even bother pronouncing because I'm just going to butcher the name, but I'll leave it on screen here. So basically this is like a non-greasy emollient for the skin, so it kind of has that really like creamy and moisturizing and nourishing like feel on the skin without being comedogenic and clogging your pores. And the fourth ingredient is cetyl alcohol in there, which is a really fantastic fatty alcohol to have in any skincare product, because it really just helps nourish and moisturize the skin, because it is that emollient, but it really does have some skin strengthening and repairing properties in there as well. And then moving on to the fifth ingredient, yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to go through every single ingredient, but just the interesting ones anyway. So the fifth ingredient is dimethicone in there, which, if you'd watched this channel before in my previous videos, you know I have basically a love-hate relationship with dimethicone. It is obviously that silicone which can have that really nice, soft, silky finish on the skin, but yeah, for my combination skin type, it kind of can, if it's not formulated in the correct way, for me anyway, then it can be just a real nightmare to have on the skin, especially throughout the day. However, with saying that, I do love the Inclus polyglutamic acid and Neod hydration vaccine, which have a high concentration of dimethicone in there. And then moving on, the next ingredient after dimethicone is sodium hyaluronate, which is hyaluronic acid. And this is really interesting to see sodium hyaluronate quite at the height of the ingredients list. Like CeraVe have stated that they've never used such a higher concentration of sodium hyaluronate in a product before, before this product. That just made no sense in my head, but yeah, so it's the first time using sodium hyaluronate at a high concentration basically. And of course we all know and love hyaluronic acid as an ingredient in our skincare products, just for its hydration benefits and also kind of like temporary anti-aging benefits as well, because it is temporarily going to plump up the fine lines and the wrinkles on the skin. And also the excitement doesn't stop there, because the ingredient after sodium hyaluronate is panthenol, which is your vitamin B5 or your provitamin B5. This is marketed on the front of the product to have that in there, which I just think it's great. Like CeraVe are being incredibly transparent here about what ingredients are really going to be incredible for your skin, and they've marketed it so very well, which I just think is amazing. And so I've been using the CeraVe Hyaluronic Acid Serum for around 4 to 5 days now, and it's been like kind of that narrow just because I wanted to get a review up for you. But the texture and the consistency is unlike any other standard hyaluronic acid serum out there. So when you think of the ordinary hyaluronic acid serum or the Inclus or any other sort of standard one, you think of it being quite transparent, you think of it kind of like watery and maybe a little bit gloopy here and there, but yeah, you kind of think of it as a serum base. However, this is very viscous, kind of very rich in emollients, and it basically is that moisturizer in serum and serum in one. And yet the texture and consistency actually surprised me at first, because I didn't look initially at the ingredients list, so I wasn't kind of having that, I didn't really know what to expect basically. But then when I looked at the ingredients list, it kind of made sense that this product was that creamy, viscous texture, and it was really moisturizing for the skin and kind of that 2-in-1 product. However, I definitely think this product would have been a lot more better in sort of user experience, for me personally anyway, to be a less of a viscous look and texture about it, and just kind of be a bit more lightweight instead of acting like a moisturizer as well. You can definitely feel the dimethicone in there, and it does give that silky soft touch to the skin. However, if you were to kind of like apply another serum on top, I think it would kind of have a bit of a difficulty trying to penetrate through the skin. And that leads me on to the pros and cons of this product. And when we think of a hyaluronic acid serum and using it in our routine, we just know and are so used to applying a hyaluronic acid serum on a damp skin, whether that be just wet skin from water or that would be a toner, essence or a mist. And then we apply a separate serum on top, and then we carry on with our routine. However, this throws a curveball into that because it has those ingredients that are kind of like, no, maybe you should use this as the last serum step in your routine or as a serum and a moisturizer. And I definitely think CeraVe would have benefited a lot more if they had used kind of less emollients in their formula and just gone with that watery kind of serum stereotype that we all know. And I understand why they've done it, because CeraVe are all about dry skin and sensitive and irritated skin, and this definitely will tick those boxes. And would I repurchase the CeraVe Hyaluronic Acid Serum? And being totally honest, as always, I don't think I would, no. Especially for £17. I just don't think it meets my standards of a hyaluronic acid serum in terms of texture and consistency. However, if you did have super oily skin, this could be a potential serum in a moisturizer, and you can just go on with a sunscreen. However, I can absolutely respect the ingredients list and the formulation of this product, like the ingredients being so high up with your ceramide, your panthenol, your glycerin and also your sodium hyaluronate. I think, yeah, it's outstanding. And so those are my experiences and my opinions on the CeraVe Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Serum that is recently launched here in the UK. Please do let me know down in the comments below what are your thoughts about this hyaluronic acid serum by CeraVe. So I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up and also subscribe down below. And I will see you very, very soon for a brand new one. See you later. Bye bye.